Hey, welcome back everybody to my channel update for the month of November 2017, and I definitely want to do a channel update because, things are slowly shifting with the channel. The first big change, of course, is my name from Accelerate Games to KoJack, so if anybody's wondering why the name changed, because I needed a name that was a little bit simpler to pronounce, particularly if I'm going to do collaboration, things like that. So, in regards to, where I see the channel going in the future, there's a couple of things that happened over the last several months with YouTube and their demonetization system that really kind of affected a lot of my videos, particularly my death videos, which they deemed it wasn't really advertising friendly. And at the end of the day, I definitely want to make videos that are within YouTube policy and make sure that those videos are advertisement friendly, because I would like to at least make something back. I don't want to make a ton of money per se on YouTube because I do this mostly for fun, and I feel like there's an underrepresentation of the type of videos I do on YouTube, so I think there's a market for it. But at the same time, I would like to make at least something back from it, so that way it could cover at least the basic cost per se, not necessary for it to like explode and be like the biggest thing since sliced bread. But for the most part, I do like being a small YouTuber and just focus on that small aspect, because YouTube isn't my main source of income, and I don't ever really want it to, because I spend a lot of time getting my master's degree, my MBA, things like that. So that's where my actual income come from, and YouTube is more so an expression of my creativity or what I like to do for fun. And I would like for it to stay that way for the most part. But with that, I definitely want to change the channel a little bit, so that way it is at least a little bit more advertising friendly, just so it could actually attract more viewers and kind of have a bigger community, because I would like to at least make it to 100,000 subscribers. That is the overall goal for me right now, just at least make it to 100,000 subscribers. First block of course is 10,000, so we're pretty close, 8,000 and counting. With that, I definitely want to also add a little bit more versatility to the channel, so I'll be adding a couple different things outside of games. I'll be doing like funny news, and I'll be using games, particularly Overwatch, as the backdrop for those funny videos. And the reason why, because while my channel will predominantly be about games, I would like to at least do opinion pieces, funny things like that, to kind of get my personality a bit more in for the audience, because a lot of times my Good Bad Ugly series, you don't hear my choices, my voice, not choices, you don't hear my voice, and you don't really get to know who I am unless you come to my live stream, which that does happen every once in a while. But most of my audience watch my non-live stream videos, because this channel was primarily built on non-live videos, so that's where most of my audience is. But at the same time, I would like for them to know who I am and some of the things I find funny, and so having these funny news on the channel with the game in the background as the backdrop, I think is a good way to kind of introduce them. In addition to that, I will also be working on creating like another series where I don't get to play a lot of these big AAA games because it doesn't really fit with the theme of my channel for choice-based games, but I do like creating music videos around those big AAA games like Assassin's Creed. And some of you have seen my music video for Assassin's Creed Twin Carnage. Really great video, love it. One of the best Assassin's Creed, I feel like, music video for Assassin's Creed Syndicate on YouTube, so if you haven't already seen, go check it out. But I like creating things like that, stuff that uses your creativity combined with video games, and to create something unique. So I will definitely be focusing on doing that a little bit more with a lot of the big AAA games, because at least that way I'll have the AAA game represented on the channel in a different format, but without also sacrificing me spending a lot of time doing it, where I just focus on creating a really solid music video with the game, primarily from the campaign or story mode, and then also just do that once, and it wouldn't really take away too much from my time per se. It might more so take away time in terms of making sure that it's a good video per se, but that's more so about finding the right music, to find the right scene from the campaign, etc., and condensing that into like a 3 or 4 minute video, maybe less. So that will be the new thing. And then the last thing I wanted to bring up was Overwatch, of course, which is why you see it in the background. Now, I've been talking about having a main first-person shooter as a part of this channel, and went over a couple different games, Overwatch, Fortnite, even Call of Duty, things like that. And overall, I chose Overwatch. I was about to say Fortnite. I chose Overwatch because I like the fact that it's a team-based first-person shooter. It's not about individual glory. It's not about being having the highest kill death ratio, or going like 15 kills to like 0 deaths, or like surviving the entire battle royale and have like 67 kills. I like the team aspect, and that's something that I really stress, even in my personal life, is leadership and teamwork. So I feel like this game spiritually represents who I am as a person, is that I'm always striving teamwork, I'm always striving you know, leadership, things like that, and you kind of need both and to really be successful in winning games in Overwatch. I mean, if you look at the highest level of playing Overwatch, it requires tremendous teamwork. I mean, similar to how, you know, like League of Legends requires teamwork because there's many different classes and you need like a good solid understanding of each class and having them all work together to achieve victory. So, you know, I did actually consider League of Legends too, but my PC isn't strong enough to really play League of Legends or even Heroes of the Storm or games like that. So, but I think Overwatch is the closest representation to that teamwork and that leadership and that aspect that I really enjoy and I really, you know, appreciate. Just from a casual gamer perspective, because I really hate the toxicity of first-person shooter like Call of Duty, where if you're not the best killing person on the team, they kind of rag you and say, oh, you're not that good, you're really bad. So Overwatch will be the main first-person shooter of the channel. And I primarily play this on Xbox, so for anybody who's out there, you know, send me a message. I might not respond right away, but I definitely will, you know, accept your friend request, or even send your friend request if you comment in the videos, things like that. So I'm pretty low key and pretty down to earth. So, you know, for the most part, I love, you know, working and teaming up with new players and new people. So don't hesitate to, you know, send me a message in the comment section if you want to play. And if you have a mic, let me know. I mean, if you're also a YouTuber who plays Overwatch a lot and you want to, you know, do a collaboration, let me know. I'm definitely down for that. But Overwatch will be the main first-person shooter on this channel, and so when I'm not doing my choice-based games, which is my number one primary, my choice-based games are Good, Bad, Ugly series is my number one video on this channel. But when I'm not doing that, I'll be focusing on spreading my time between Overwatch, funny news stories, and the epic music video or epic video game music videos, if you want to call it that, EVM, or, you know, is what I should call it for short. So now, while I will focus on those three, it doesn't mean I'll forget about Friday the 13th or Fortnite or State of Decay. Those three games are still in my game pool, and so what I mean by game pool is that my game pool consists of a series of games that I will play on a regular basis whenever I feel like it's necessary. So that game pool consists of Overwatch, Fortnite, State of Decay, which of course will include State of Decay 2 and Friday the 13th. So in addition to those two games, the Hunter Call of the Wild is actually also a part of the game pool. So to recap, it's Overwatch, Fortnite, State of Decay, Friday the 13th, and the Hunter Call of the Wild. Those are the 5 that are part of my gaming pool, so you see those on a regular basis. If the gaming pool, of course, change, I'll let everybody know, but for the most part, I'm pretty comfortable with those games. They represent different aspects. That I like in gaming for many different genres, attracting more audience, and you know, that's the plan going forward. Of course, you know, you make a plan and you try to stick with it. If you need to adapt, you adapt. So, but hopefully, you know, this kind of gives the channel a little bit more oomph, you know, and a little more versatility and getting noticed by YouTube algorithm, because YouTube algorithm has not really been very friendly to me as of late. So I'm not sure because of a whole demonetization or whatnot, but you know, I am definitely working to making changes to make the channel more visible and just to be, you know, more in alignment with YouTube as a whole. So with that, I am going to go ahead and end my channel update here. As always, I thank you all for your support. I definitely love and appreciate every last one of you for, you know, whether you stop by the channel for a minute or for an hour, or whether you even stop by my live stream and just to say hi. I definitely appreciate it, and I do take notice of that. Trust me, it definitely means a lot to me. You could go somewhere else, but, you know, you guys choose to support me and choose to come to my live stream. So it's, you know, I definitely really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, guys. All right, guys, I will see you guys in my next video. All right, bye.